Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Racha, Kodash, double honors to those great millstone who rule well. Citations to Agim out there pushing this truth, risking your lives, week in and week out, to prophesy this and defend the gospel, with your boots on the ground, doing what you required until you feel aquathis in attendance and in obedience. All right. Back at you with another lesson through the spirit. All right. And we see what's going on, man. It said that the ports is gonna strike on the 1st. It's the 3rd of October. Come on now. It's finna go crazy. It's finna get crazy. All right. We need to be in the spirit, But I'm gonna play a few videos. All right, then we're gonna hit the precepts. We're gonna get to it, man. It's things are about to get ugly. Things are getting ugly by the minute, by the second. All right.
These right now, my mind can't even be focused on politics. Not right now, because what's happening with this port strike? This is bigger than anything. At this present moment, it's bigger than anything any of us could have imagined. Our prices and everything are high. We all agree on that. But imagine the impact this strike is going to have, because you got to understand, this is not like a government shutdown where at the last minute they come to agreement and keep the government going. Yeah, if they have not come to an agreement now, I hope you don't think in the next day or two it's going to happen. No. The port wants to automate its systems. It's to move to the future. The port workers say, no, we don't want that because that's going to replace us one day. But if you look at everything for what it is, automation is taking over everywhere. And I'm not saying what they not standing on is not right. What they're standing on is not right. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is the repercussions that's about to fall when the strike does happen. Because people, if they don't give in, and the port workers say, we're not going to give in, we talking weeks, maybe even months. How do you survive something like that? Our prices are skyrocketing now. I'm going to take that back. Our prices are high as hell right now. But imagine when we cannot get these goods coming into us. And the little bit they got left, they got to raise the prices on them. Gas. Look at fuel. And people saying, fill up your cars. We fill up our cars anyway. It might last, if you're working all the time or traveling, that might last a few days. After that, then what? Your car breaks down. It's stuck because we can't get the part. Listen, the list goes on and on and on. As well as, now you got to think about this. Companies will have to shut down, starting with the smaller businesses. They will have to shut down the longer this lingers on. This right here, when we're talking about the downfall of America, this could cripple us. I mean, it can put us way out in the pastures, trying to fight to find our way back to the road. Y'all, buckle up for this one, because this is about to be a serious ride. And many of you that's thinking, oh, it's something, it ain't going to be that bad. I'm going to be honest with you. I wish I could feel the same as you. But me, for some strange reason, I got common sense, and I see things for what it is. I've been on this earth 57 years, 58, and I've seen a lot of things come and go. But this is one thing that I never wanted to see come, not like this, especially not at this time. So y'all, just get prepared and get yourselves ready. And I wish everybody out there.
These poor...
Oh, about that.
This is definitely not... Woke up.
Amazon.
Believe it or not, things are about to get a heck of a lot worse. And the one more we did not have, which was oil, gas, is now about to be a problem. We'll get to that in 1 second. So it looks like allegedly Amazon employees may be getting ready to strike as well at the same time. I really, really wonder who's at the helm of these strikes. And if Amazon's second, who's going to be third? Don't forget, in 2020, Amazon almost took over everything. And word on the street is people trying to bring supplies and help people in Asheville, Western NC, Tennessee, they're being turned away. I know of one personal helicopter owner who literally got threatened to get arrested. It became bad. I will say this is all alleged, and I will have boots on the ground soon, so I will let you know. Not just that, though. At truck stops, tires are literally being slashed. So who is doing all of this? Now we get to the oil. What you're seeing over here in the Middle East are people lining up to get oil because they believe the U.S. U.S. is going to attack their refineries. And if so, IRGC media is warning the U.S. that if they do that, they will destroy all the oil refineries in the whole Middle East. They got plenty. They'll be good. We would be screwed. And apparently with Iran's retaliation, the Iron Dome did fail, or they're not using it. They're claiming 99.9% was intercepted. I have a video that's 15 minutes long, and this is all it shows over and over again, different places the whole time. And I believe the correct number was 400 missiles from Iran. And if you don't know, it's retaliation from Israel taking out all of Hezbollah's leaders. So where's the Iron Dome working?
Mr. Harold Daggett, I got something for you. I got news for you, homie. Your little planned sabotage of fucking with our port, causing distress within the American economy and trying to hold our economy hostage, it won't work. This isn't a game or some type of reality TV show. Y'all sitting up here thinking that this is a game to play with our economy in the ports right before our election? Huh? Okay. Allow me to remind Americans what the former President Franklin D. Roosevelt said, and I quote, "In politics, nothing happens by accident, and if it happens, you can bet it was planned that way," unquote. I sure hope the union workers are getting their satisfied pay. I'm hearing the average dock worker earns about $150,000 a year. Maybe I'm wrong, but someone please triple check that for me. Check the amount and comment below. Meanwhile, Mr. Harold Daggett is requesting an increase of 77%. The government offered 50%, and he flat out rejected it. This, folks, is called election interference. And we all know Trump is pushing this strike. We're not stupid. We're still voting for Kamala. Put down your phones. Pick up a ballot. Deuces. Mr.
Oh yeah, it's getting ugly. What else we got? Yeah, things are getting ugly. And then you got the Hurricane Helene, wiping out towns and stuff like that. They're gonna need stuff. They're gonna need things to replace them. And you got your Kamala Harris. She's giving $752 for relief for the people out there over there too, and they're getting frustrated. Like 700, but you gave Ukraine billions and billions and billions of dollars. It's going to cause an uproar. It's going to cause an uproar of the people, a sedition among men. They were not going to regard their, let's go there. This is Bible prophecy. All right. It's going to cause something terrible. People are actually losing trust in rulership in the people, and this thing is orchestrated because we know, because the ports are starting to get moved by automation. All right, and we can correlate that with the WEF trying to fourth industrial revolutionize things. With the technocracy and with technology and bringing that forth for a new the NWO. All right, Micah, because we know this is orchestrated. We know it's orchestrated by the powers that be, which is very wicked. Micah 2:1, woe to them that deviseth iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. These wicked rulers, these wicked people, like that guy that's the head of the head of that port operation. He has money, he has things, he's good, he's set, but he's being paid, he's being bought, and he's playing his move because he's a pawn on the chessboard on this world full of this stage. All right. Which is meant to cause chaos. They said Hurricane Helene moved by the heart. It's meant to create chaos so they can get the people in a desperate mode, and then try to get the CHIP and try to get their agenda pushed. All right, let me get to these precepts. Second Ezra 15. Second Ezra chapter 15, we're going to start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and the sword in their hands, and tension is rising, especially with the high prices going on, and especially when you know, we already seen the example in 2020 when they were fighting over products. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get even worse, all right? Because because iniquity has abound, the love of many is waxing cold, all right? And they're waxing worse and worse, all right? And swords in their hand, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. There shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, and you can see that spirit of people, like they're not trusting any of these presidents. You know, some of the president, they already, like, people are starting to the wicked is being revealed. You got people, majority, you got the retarded sheeple, but people are not, like, they're not falling for this shit, man. They know that this is a broken system and things are falling, man. You know, and you know, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, which is your high politicians and stuff like that. In the course of their action shall stand in their power. People are going to start, because they said that there's no even at Helene, there's no relief. FEMA is not helping these people. FEMA's like, man, we can't go in those areas, and they're giving people a minimum of money. The government ain't doing shit, but they got money for Ukraine's wars. They got money for Ukraine's wars, but they don't have money for the people. And people are starting to see that, and they're going to start taking action. All right. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right. Because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. These ports and these strikes are going to cut everything that you think you can have. You're not going to have it anymore. It's going to be a minimum. We won't be able to afford certain stuff because they're going to have a minimum, and they're going to heighten the prices. All right. One more precept. It's getting crazy, man. And it's good to be in the spirit, because this type of stuff is scary, man. The average person is scared as shit. The average person is scared as hell. All right. The average person that's aware and that's not in the spirit, that don't have any faith in the Lord and stuff like that, man, this shit is looking scary to the people, man. And they're gonna panic. And when they panic, it's sedition among men and all this stuff, man. Men shall be afraid. It's what we just read. 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, which is your grocery stores, and full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And that's what we're coming to, man. Those ports bring in 60% of goods. All right, 60% of a 100%. That's a large amount, man. The effect is finna be felt, man. All right. Hoping this is edifying to your elect. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rachak Wadash, the honor to the elders, the great millstone. Shalom.